This is a major election year, but how secure are Connecticut's polling sites? Today, election officials from 147 communities held a drill at the State Emergency Operations Center in Hartford. State police and the FBI participated too. The scenarios range from an online disinformation campaign to a national disaster to finding white powder at a polling place.
We considered everything from physical security at a polling location to cybersecurity issues.
In Connecticut, voting machines are not connected to the internet, but today's drill looked at what would happen if the state's centralized voter registration system went down. Today's drill comes just after 4 people were arrested for ballot fraud in Bridgeport. How are election leaders addressing that issue? News 12 Connecticut's John Craven is in Hartford asking our leaders tonight.
Governor Lamont says a new election security law that he just signed yesterday will go a long way to preventing ballot abuse. But critics say the law doesn't go nearly far enough.
In Bridgeport, ballot fraud accusations go back decades. Now, 4 campaign workers are finally facing criminal charges. The state's top election official thinks the arrest will deter others.
I believe the existing deterrents under law are quite significant, up to $5,000, 5 years in jail.
But the investigation took 5 years. Governor Lamont says that's way too long.
I think the answer to that election fraud is why the heck did it take 3.5 years for SEEK to refer this to the state's attorney's office?
A new law will change that. Now, election regulators only have 90 days to refer cases to prosecutors. More violations are now considered voting crimes, and campaigns have less time to hand out absentee ballots. But is it enough to stop ballot abuse? Republicans say no.
We put safeguards in place, tried to put safeguards in place, which would have required a copy of identification for absentee ballot applications, would have prevented the unsolicited ballot applications from being sent out.
Some groups want to ban campaigns from handling absentee ballots altogether. But Secretary of the State Stephanie Thomas is worried about disenfranchising low-income voters.
People who don't have a printer at home, because you also would need to print it out. You would also need to purchase a stamp and get to the post office.
A bill that didn't pass would have allowed the state to take over Bridgeport's elections. That is likely to come up again next year. In Hartford, John Craven, News 12, Connecticut.